Alright fellas, today a little eBay unboxing. I've been watching this guy's item here for a few weeks, enough to where it had recycled a couple of different times, and you can tell when people recycle stuff, they really start almost getting pissed that they have it in their house, because they'll accept some really great offers. Not total kick in the nuts, but a pretty decent kick in the nuts. Said he wanted 50 bucks for this. I offered him 35, free shipping. He bit. It landed at the doorstep today. 35 bucks. Now, as you can see, SK 47170 is the part number. 3/4 drive. Yeah, she's beat up a little bit. I mean, it's not all perfect. Here's the hammer side. Not so much hammering on this side, but yeah, this is definitely the hammering side. You know what? They still make these. You're looking at a brand new one at like 240 bucks. If you look down the barrel of her, she's straight. These are industrial grade tools. You can put a bar on them. It takes a lot to bend these guys. Solid steel. Yeah, all the teeth work. They're all in good shape. You can tell that just by feeling around. Close your eyes. Normally I would go ahead and do a separate video on this. She's got a little rust in there. Don't let that, worry any. That shit can be easily cleaned up. Just like this guy right here. Taking this apart would be a little trickier, but we'll get it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. The guy right there might be a little rusted up, so we will go ahead and soak this. Get the goo out and pull her apart. We may have to get a little creative getting that guy out. A little percussive maintenance normally does it. Yeah, I'm glad to see that piece slides though. So let's get her dunked in some juice. Now find a place for this to sit to not spill. This right here was stuck as crap, rusted right together. This thing is old. SK in the diamond. She's oldie. Had to jam this in the corner there and hold it tight and move this around. I had to take those pins out so I could move it even further. What worked, like always, is the old ATF acetone. A couple of squirts of this in there and she'll free up. I probably messed around with that for a good 20 minutes. Let it soak for about 18 and then started playing with it for a couple of minutes. And she finally come to. Well, that's part of getting some of this old stuff. You got to play with it. You got to work with it, get it open and get it serviceable and get it right again. Granted, I'm going to let it soak for a day or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and get back to watching some old Crackpot Texas on the Twitch. It took me a toothpick, dab some of this here red lube of love in there, Permatex Ultra Slick. This shit is great. You'll have to take this guy apart. There's the washer on the bottom. Take this guy here, slide it in, facing up, because you're going to have to put that and slide that in there. Try to slide this in a different way. I've got this up here like this, pointing up. Get both these pins in there. Now we're going to drop this guy in there. And as we're pushing down on that, we're going to slide this in like so. And once that gets in there, pound her down and left, right. Works just like perfect. Now in order to get this apart, I had to do some finagling because that was rusted together with that piece. So, but putting it back together, drop them in, and then make sure this is pointing straight up. Drop that down straight on top of there, and that'll work perfect. Now the tool restoration, we're going to get this baby humming again. I'm going to dump some goo in here and spread it around. It does not take very much of this stuff. Get your dab in there, and then just kind of spread it around. Drop her in, just sits in there. And yeah, you can do this with needle nose, you don't have to have a snap ring. The trick is to have that in neutral. But as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, love, hate, hardknocksforge@gmail.com. Don't send me any panties, because they never fit. I did a little bit of research, not a whole lot, a little bit. I was trying to figure out when this was made. Judging by the patent number and the SK and the diamond, and this being chrome plated and not cadmium, over there at alloyartifacts.org, I believe, they would date this somewhere between 45 and 64. 64 is when they started printing SK Wayne on everything, and after SK Wayne they changed the SK. It wasn't in the diamond anymore. So this is somewhere between 45 and 64. Yeah, 70-tooth ratchet in a 3/4 from, you know, 40s, 50s, 60s. It's awesome.